What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and I'm here playing, you guessed it, Tsushima!
Norio's here. No sign of any other ones, though. Quickly, quick! Let's go, quick!
Make sure I'm live. Okay, I am. Okay. Triangle X, triangle L1 X, L1 triangle. Okay.
Here! Faster, quicker. Please release me! You're going to be all right.
I'm forever indebted to you.
You're safe now.
Can't see.
Shit. There we go.
You'll be free soon. I'm still alive. Thank you, my lord. Find somewhere safe.
I just need
Be
to fuck your
careful.
wife in tribute. How badly do you want to thank me? Enough to name your firstborn son after Jim? Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
You're going to be all right.
You saved us.
Did they find your key to Gosaku's armor?
They could have the key for all I care. Gosaku is a hero from a children's story.
You don't believe the armor exists?
Not at all. Take our key and see for yourself, my lord.
this. Thought you boy. Heal! Let's go.
But yeah, I forgot I have the hallucinogenic darts. Keep forgetting to use that. Shit. It keeps... Yeah, let me lock it. It keeps going back without me intending it to. Sweet. Okay. Oh no, I'm so fucking scared. Bitch.
Hold still.
I owe you my life.
Be careful up there.
I can't remember my last full name. Please help me!
You'll be free soon.
My life is yours.
Find somewhere safe. Be careful.
It's my home. My bed. My
Negium Harsinta. Negium Harsinta. Tank Dwayne.
God, that's satisfying as fuck.
Hold still.
We owe you our lives. Take this key to Gosaku's armor. Put it to good use.
Have you ever seen the armor yourself?
We'd never dare look, my lord. We were to keep it safe for someone like you.
Almost wish they'd killed me.
Good.
Quickly, quick.
Fuck.
You're going to be all right.
Oh, at last. Thank you, Lord Sakai.
Go. Be well.
Not the Yarikawa rebellion.
I'm not telling nobody.
Яахлаар бидний хинэн чардгүй лээ. Ямар нэг юм харав уу? Танд харваач байна. Сомсон гэнэ шиг болсон. Юм алгадаа. Тийшээ. Тийшээ. Goed ben. Kom eens wijzen, je geld. Matana. Bignek holos agnachar, shidij.
Ахиж харамбал олоод алнаа тэрийг. Тэнд байна.
Перриак орпе. Vil oh no. Варчла.
Hold still.
I'm saved.
Find somewhere safe. Be careful.
The ghost at Azamo Bay. Didn't be anyone looking for this place.
You're going to be all right.
For a moment, I thought you were Gosaku himself. Please, take this key. He'd be grateful if you donned his armor.
Safe here? I don't know.
Does your bow need work, my lord? Your arrows will strike like deadly falcons.
Thank you.
If Sensei Ishikawa's on mean that it's shocking. What is? The thief?
Do you need a new quiver or satchel? Worthy of a samurai. That's all I can give you right now. I'm sorry. I need more for that. I hope it helps. Only the best for you. Just for you.
Maybe there's
Into...
Одоо хайж болсон. Чи харгу. Чи юу харсан? Энэ байна. Энэ ухаанаас ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Бос самурай явчихэ.
Hold still.
I can't believe my luck.
You're safe now.
Тэнд байна. Хийсэн хүнийг нь олж ир. Хой, хой, хой. Сэрэн стэбэ. Сумтер хавас нийтсэн. Иссэн харнаа. Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Юм байгүдэ.
You're going to be all right.
The best day of my life, my lord.
Be careful up there.
Come on. Let's go. харвуу. Яасан бэ? Хөөе. Харвуу. Бид тэрийг олох хэрэгтэй. Юуч босонгүй шүү. Барчла! Барчла! Hurry!
You'll be free soon.
I'll always remember you.
Go, and stay safe.
Send your best warrior. Энж багш ёсгүй шүү. Ой, өнөөгч хардаа. Харчин. Тэрхэн байна уу? Чи таашаа. Ой, чи гат. Ой! Не пусти меня! Ачу!
Hold still.
It's over. Thank you.
Find somewhere safe. Be careful.
Тэд энэс мултарч чадахгүй. Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Йошо!
Oh, hey, it's good to see you, man.
You'll be free soon.
I'm still alive. Thank you, my lord.
Go. Be well.
Okay, I will. Okay, yeah, sure, man. I'll try it if my laptop can run it. Obviously, that's the, rub. But yeah, within reason. Okay, man. Like I said, I'm open to suggestions. I asked Steph if he wanted, give me one. He gave me this Commandos game I've never heard of. I'll have to look it up. I'm gonna ask Max for a recommendation that's not Max Payne. Because if I don't say that, that'll be the first thing he fucking says. Good old Max. And ED3, he's another guy who's in the server. You probably seen him. He also said he had some recommendations for me. So he's a pretty cool guy. I'm interested to see what he has. He likes a lot of older games, so. Yeah, exactly. For the longest time, it would have been a PC exclusive. It's just, yeah. And at this point, I'm better playing on PS5 because my laptop's going to be decent, but not enough to really do it. Obviously, PS5 is more powerful, so if I'm going to play Stalker, I'm better off just playing it on the console. Because I guarantee you my 4 gig laptop is not going to outdo the PS5.
Still.
Free at last.
You're safe now.
Yeah.
Place to place. True dangerous.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of came out of the blue. kind of one of those things you never thought, you know, it would happen, and then all of a sudden, bam, all three of them, like, they surprise drop that shit. Not that I'm complaining, it's great that a lot more people can play it now. And now Stalker 2 is coming to PS5, I can't wait to play it on there. The Xbox version was really good from what I saw, so the PS5 version should also be good. I mean, it won't compare to, like, your maxed out PC, but it should be, it looks like an actual good port, and that they put time into, and not, you know, shit, because when it comes to PC ports to console, it's a mixed bag. You either get really good or you get really bad. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right, dude. Because I have Series X. I totally forgot about that, yeah. With the laptop and the capture card, I can stream that shit to YouTube. That's the only thing that stopped me from streaming my Xbox, man. It's not that I don't like it, it's that with Xbox, for some dumb fucking reason, the only streaming is Twitch. And you know how much I hate Twitch. So, with the capture card, I can just stream to bypass that shit and stream to YouTube. So, yeah. My controller's broken, though. You remember I told you a while back my controller got broke, so, I'll have to see about getting another one or ask my dad if I can borrow one of his. Yeah! Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a pretty big Xbox collection. You're right about that. And that is another silver lining, man, because my laptop is not good enough to, say, emulate PS3 or 360, but there's a shit ton of 360 games, dude, that are backwards compatible on Series X. That I can just, instead of emulating, and just capture that shit. You know, so it's not just Xbox games, it's 360 games, original Xbox games, like, I have a big library of backwards compatible 360 games, so... GTA 4, I own it for 360 on the storefront, so I can stream GTA 4 on Series X. Fear, I have the whole Fear series on... Series X. It's backwards compatible. Brutal Legend. The 360 version is backwards compatible. I own it. Still have my 360 copy of Brutal Legend. Orange Box. Like I said, I have the 360 copy. It's backwards compatible. Like, over 500 360 games, man. So, a lot of those 360 games, it won't matter that my laptop can't emulate them because I can just run them through the Series X and just capture it with the card instead of emulating it. So, and then I looked... And I might actually be able to figure out a way around the, Yes. Exactly. Mercenaries 2 is fucking sick, dude. Yeah. I need to look and see my capture card is compatible with 360. Because, unfortunately, Mercenaries 2 is not backwards compatible. It's 360 or broke. I don't know if it's, you know what I mean? It's an older capture card, so I think it might be compatible. I know it's compatible with Switch. So we'll have to see, because, yeah, I have 360, so even the ones that are backwards compatible, if I get it to work on my 360, I can play all those games, too, like Mercenaries, which, for some, like I said, for some reason, it never came to backwards compatibility. Mercenaries 1 did, which is super weird, you know, that they did Mercenaries 1 and not 2, for some fucking reason. It's also weird that they, like, took it off Steam, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they did that right to choose, because that makes no fucking sense. But you can't legitimately even purchase Mercenaries 2 on PC anymore. Same thing happened to Saboteur. You have to fucking, I think, go through COG or whatever. Like, you can't legit buy Saboteur on PC, and that's bullshit. Like, and I don't know why. You think EA, well, people would have the rights guaranteed and not have, like, a lapsing thing, but, oh well. But, I think there's actually a good chance that the AverMedia thing that I have can actually natively bypass the protection on the PS3. PS3 has, like, a copyright, the HDCP it's called. And with, like, PS4 and PS5, you can turn it off because, you know, capture, but with PS3, that's on. Some capture cards can natively bypass it. There's a good chance mine will. But if not, I just need to get a cheap HDMI splitter. I've seen one for, like, $15. You do that and it splits the signal. And that, so, with just a little bit of jiggering, I should be able to also do PS3 games, and that's great, because, I mean, you know how much I love PS3. Probably, arguably, my favorite Sony generation. And like Metal Gear Solid 4, Infamous, Infamous 2, Ratchet and Clank, all the PS3 Ratchet and Clanks, Crack in Time, Tools of Destruction. Like there's so many PS3 games, dude, that I want to get to. So if I can figure out how to get it past that and capture that would be fucking great. And I'm tired of waiting for them to do Master Collection Volume 2. So, yeah, split capture. And like I said, you can find a lot of them really cheaply. So, I've seen $15, $20. That's not bad at all. So, best case scenario, my capture card will natively bypass it. If not, I can just spend a little bit of extra money down the road and get a splitter and then do it. Because I would like to play a lot of PS3 games. It's one of my favorite systems. So, MGS4, Prototype, Infamous, Ratchet and Clank, fucking Sly 4. Like, I can play Sly 1 through 3. They haven't ever re-released Sly 4. The classic God of War games, for example, I'm tired of waiting for Sony to bring them, and I don't want to stream them on fucking PS Now when I own them. So I can stream, the God of War collection, the classic God of War games. Hold on. Yeah. Exactly. Well, I mean, I'm going to want to stream PS3 anyway, man, because like I said, it's like one of my all-time favorite systems. So if there would be an older system I wanted to capture, it would be fucking PS3. So, but yeah. I mean, I'm not in like a hurry because just out of the box there's so many. My laptop should have no problem with NES, SNES, 64, GameCube, PS1, PS2. Some of the more complicated games might be, but for most of the less demanding PS2 games, I should be smooth sailing. PSP should be no issue because it's like a less capable PS2 with a much weaker CPU. Game Boy Advance, DS, probably 3DS because it's like basically like the chip they use in a phone set. So I can't imagine it's that intensive. So yeah, like a lot of games I can stream, man. That's like, if you count NES, SNES, 64, GameCube, PS1, PSP, PS2 for a good chunk of them, Genesis, Dreamcast, Xbox, like over 10 different systems, dude, that I can emulate. Like the whole library. So like, that's like literally thousands. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, probably, yeah, if I just do it native. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't need to do them in super high resolutions anyway, you know what I mean? They're PS2 games. I honestly think for a lot of those PS2 games, if you blow them up to really high resolutions, it kind of looks like shit. They were never made to be seen at 4K without some, work, spit polish done, like natively. So yeah, if I have to just play it at native resolution, it won't be the cleanest, but it's fucking PS2. People are gonna expect that. And honestly, as I've said before, dude, statistically speaking, 90% of people who use YouTube are on their phones. I actually use YouTube on my TV, like I'll sit here and play it in the background, or when I'm not gaming, I'll watch YouTube. But from what I've seen, the overwhelming majority of people use their phones. So even if it's a low-resolution stream on somebody's fucking phone, they're not going to notice the difference. They're just not. 500, even if it's like 500p for PS2, it's on a cell phone. It's, you know what I mean? So for most people, they won't even be able to notice the lower quality anyway. So, you know what I mean? So if I have to stream it at the native settings, it won't be that big of a deal. Most people won't even see the fucking difference on their cell phone. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if I can't run it at the regular, I'll just run it at the default. And like I said, some of the heavy PS2 games I could run into problems, but the vast majority of the PS2 games I should be able to run, So, and like I said, that's most of them anyway, so I'm good. Like I said, I'm excited. It's so many options, dude. Like, that's why I'm trying to get, like, a list of, like, let's say 10 games to start with. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know me, I like to have a roster. I have a couple games on roster. so I can switch them, keep the variety, but keep making progress. Play this game for a while, switch to another, and then I loop back around to that game again, and then I finished all 10 games on the list. It's a system I've used, it works. Yeah, exactly. It's about the experience. Exactly. You know what I mean? And up until now, I've had to like try to. You saw how I had to like try to capture it from the phone, and that was just really not fun. It didn't look good, and YouTube wouldn't suggest it to anybody's feeds. So like anytime I tried to capture it from my phone, they gangbang me in the algorithm. Now that won't happen, thankfully. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Exactly. Just like Pokemon games, dude. I can't wait to play Pokemon. Or Zelda. You always hear me talking about Zelda, but you've never seen me stream a Zelda game because, well, there's no built-in streaming. So I never could. Now I can actually stream fucking Mario, Zelda, fucking Luigi's Mansion. Classic Xbox game. Like, there's so many, dude. I can't even list them all. Like, there's so many games. Like, that's why, like I said, when Samantha surprised me with that PC and the capture card, man, I called her on, like, a voice video call on Facebook, and I'm like, dude, you gotta understand. Like, she knew it was important, but she didn't understand how many doors. She was like, damn. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like, I wanted her to understand how big of a deal it was. You know what I mean? It was a big fucking deal for me. Like I said, and like it wasn't my birthday, she just surprised me. It was probably one of the best gifts anyone's ever given me. I was like, shit. And she got me a wireless mouse, a really cool mouse. It's red. It looks really good. It has a really good battery life. So, I've got a laptop, a capture card, and a nice mouse for the stuff. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much fucking set. And honestly, actually, good thing about the DualSense, for most of those console games and emulators, I can just use the DualSense. So I don't need, because for older PC games, fine. But for, like, GameCube games, I'm not going to want to play it with the fucking mouse and keyboard. They're just not made for that, So I'd be much more comfortable using the Bluetooth on my PS5 to play a lot of those older games. Because they're made with a controller in mind. So on a keyboard, I mean, it's technically doable, but it's not, like, ideal. So that's the good thing about the PS5, the DualSense. It's pretty much compatible with anything. So I should be able to hook it right up to my PC and then play the games with the emulator, So it's not even like I don't even have to readjust. I can just immediately move my DualSense over from. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. The deck has a good gamepad. That's true. But I'm saying like GameCube. You're not gonna want to play GameCube with the fucking keyboard. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna want to play PS1 with like these games were made with a controller. So I'm happy to take my Or I have the Switch Pro controller, for example. I'm pretty sure I can use that. I think it's Bluetooth compatible. And the Switch Pro is a decent controller. So, and that's really good for me because, like I said, I don't even have to, like, adjust. I can just literally, swap it out from my PS5 to laptop. Good to go. And the capture card that Sammy got me is really good because I can actually stream it from the TV while capturing it. So I can still use my TV. Like, I have a really good 55-inch TV. I splurged and got one a few years back, and I want to play games on that. I don't want to play it on a tiny laptop screen. So the fact that I can capture it from the TV without, I can capture it while I'm playing on the TV, fucking awesome. And not all capture cards do that. It's called HDMI pass-through. Some of the capture cards, you actually have to just play it from the laptop, and on the little screen, I don't want to do that. So I'm glad that she got me a capture card that I can play it on the TV. So I can literally have a PS1 game emulated going to my TV while it's streaming to the capture card, which is fucking sick. So yeah, and I'm getting excited because it's almost here. Like I said, if she sent it off on Monday, they said 6 to 9 days, and it's probably not going to count the weekend. Most places don't. So with it being 6 to 9 days, even coming in on that, I'm looking at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's like 3 or 4 days left. It's pretty close now. So I was trying not to get excited because I didn't want to get like overly hyped before it came, but now it's almost here. So I'm actually starting to get fucking pumped. You know what I mean? So, because she already paid for it, she already bought it, it's already being shipped, she's tracking it, it's coming, it's on the way here, and it's almost here. So now is like when I feel like I can get excited about it. Because I don't want to get too excited too early, and then I'm like disappointed. But now that it's coming, I'm like, yeah, and I'm thinking like I can't wait, And it's a good experience for me and Sammy because, like she told you, You know, it's like you with the Steam Deck. You know what I mean? Like, you knew you were gonna get a Steam Deck, but you didn't get really excited until it was almost here. And then it's like, fuck yeah, I can't wait. Like, you remember you were like so excited when it was almost here. That's how I feel right now. Like, kid at a candy store waiting for it to arrive. I'm fucking jacked. I'm pumped, man. So, like I said, I'm so stoked. And it really should help with my channel. Fuck, dude, even PS5. Like, I told Sammy, I can use so many more options now. Like, I can customize my layout. Right now, I'm just dealing with the default, all that Sony lets you customize is where the camera goes. I can actually have an overlay and shit. So, even my PS5 streaming, it'll be better through the capture card. So it's great. I can't, I'm really stoked. And when I edit videos, I'll have more tools. The built-in tools are okay, but I'll have much more tools. I can put music in my videos because I can download the files. PS5, it's really hard to do that on the native PS5. So it's just even just for the streaming I'm already doing, it's gonna be better with more quality once I get because I'll be running it through OBS and I can. This is how it's gonna look instead of just here's what Sony's gives you. So I'm fucking pumped. Like I said, and and she is trying to help me reach partner, and yeah, with this should give me a boost. I'm already most of the way there, dude. 462, 463. Yeah, exactly. So I'm already super close, man, to reaching partner. My viewership is already high enough to meet the criteria. Like, you need 3,000 hours of watch time in a year. I'm already well past that. So literally, the only thing that's left is to reach the 500 subs. And I'm less than 40 away, dude. I'm so close I can taste it. And just like I said, I probably won't hardly make any money at first. You know what I mean? You don't owe a YouTube partner. But just to be able to get through the door and say that I'm officially a YouTube partner, man, would just be so fucking great. Such a great feeling. To say officially, I'm a YouTube partner. Fuck yeah. And I'm this close, and this should help. Like I said, you know how many people just watch Nintendo shit that'll come in and watch my streams just for Pokemon, and then hopefully they'll like my streams and they'll come and watch other stuff, but they would never know about me because I'm not in their demographic. So it's I'm casting a much wider net, and that can only help my channel. So many people only watch Nintendo stuff, Zelda, Mario. They eat, sleep, breathe that. Just by doing those games, I'm widening the net. Older games. A lot of people like watching older games. Boom. It can only help my channel. You know what I mean? So, I'm so close. And hopefully with this, I'll be able to fucking hit that. I'm so many years, man, I've wanted this. And I'm less than 40 fucking subs away. I can taste it. Years. Dude, I've been streaming for 5 fucking years, man. So it's I've wanted this for so long. And I'm right there. My channel stats are doing really good, dude. The best I've ever done. The numbers are up across the board, man. My channel's doing really well. I used to be at the top 10K. Now I'm in the top 4K of gaming. So I went from 10,000 to the top 4,000. That's a fucking huge increase, man. Yeah, see, I have almost 12,000 views in the last 28 days. For a small channel like mine to have 12,000 views in a month, that's insane. 500 hours of watch time. So I'm not just having people watch in mass. They're sticking around. For a channel like mine, those numbers are really good. Yeah, I don't have promotion, you know what I mean? 13K a month. And most of them are streams. Those numbers are fucking sick. So, and higher than they've ever been. It used to, I never crossed 500 hours before. That was the barrier in 1 month. Now I'm consistently crossing 500 hours a month. And you only need 3,000 hours total in a year. So I'm literally I'm well above the watch time. So, and then it's rolling the ball down the hill, dude. Once I get people partner, YouTube's going to promote me more. I'll just naturally get more views because they're promoting me in the algorithm now instead of just me doing it. So it's it'll be easier. It's just rolling the ball up the hill. I'm almost to the top of the hill, man, and then I can start rolling that shit downhill and picking up momentum. That's, the hard part is what I'm doing right now. Building a brand, and not using clickbait. I definitely could have made partner by now, dude, if I was being scummy about it. If I was writing trends, if I was doing clickbait, fake giveaways, all that fucking shit. But then it wouldn't last. You see how many people you seen write a trend and then, oh, the game's gone, they're gone. I wanted to be around. So what I'm doing, it's harder, but it's going to pay off in the long run because I'm not using these quick, cheap methods that nobody cares. I'm building a name for myself. Actually, give me 1 second, man. I'm going to get a drink. I'm thirsty. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry. And I've known you, man. I've known you over 2 years. And the entire time I've known you, you can pretty much attest to, man. I have been talking about getting a laptop and a capture card, saying, well, once my streaming takes off, I thought I would get to YouTube partner, start earning some money, save up, get a capture card then, maybe sometime next year. So, like, this just accelerates my plans, dude, in the best fucking way. But, like, seriously, like, the whole time we've been friends, I've been talking about a laptop and capture card. So, for years, before I met you. So, getting it's a long-standing dream for me. Sammy seriously made my dreams, a reality. Like I said, and the fact, like, I didn't ask her, she just remembered. That's the part that impresses me the most, man. I mentioned it offhand. Dude. I wasn't dropping hints. I wasn't like, oh, you should get me this. I literally mentioned it to Matt because he's like, can you do Switch? I'm like, no, man, I'm sorry, I can't. And I was just telling him the truth. I couldn't without a capture card. I'm like, one of these days when I get a capture card, I can. And she remembered that. Weeks later, one thing I said offhand, that, like, it really makes me feel loved. You know what I mean? That she was paying attention to that. Because other chicks I've dated, man, would have gone in one ear and out the fucking other. Like, she paid that. Like, that shows me how much she cares. That she remembered that one thing that I said and thought about me weeks later when she saw a sale on Prime Day. I really do love this chick, and I really do think I'm going to marry her. I think she is going to be the one. I love this woman so much. Like, I really do think I found my person. She's funny. She has my sense of humor. And she jokes. She supports my streaming. You saw my other girlfriends who, like Mary, she would just be like, oh yeah, whatever, and yes, mammy, and she didn't really care. She just pretended to care. Samantha really knows about the games. She learns about the games, the lore, like, she actually likes my streams. She actually loves seeing me do that. She supports me. She loves my sense of humor. She has a funny sense of humor. We have so much in common. She is super loving and faithful to me. Like, just about, like, everything I could ask for in a partner, man. And I'm so tired of gaming with chicks and them just sucking. Like, I was tired of dating, So, like, I'm so glad I found her. And yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Even you can see it, man. Like, with Mary, dude, it was just like she'd just tell me what I wanted to hear. Like, she was just placating me. Like, she didn't really give a shit. And, like, I don't want that. I wanted her opinion, and she's like, oh yeah, it's good. She would never have anything to say because, like, she never had any thoughts. I don't know if she just didn't care or she just told me what I wanted to hear, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted her genuine opinion, dude. I'm not looking for fucking lemon. I mean, you know me. I'm not looking for somebody to just tell me what I want to hear, dude. I wanted to actually talk to her about stuff, and she never had anything worthwhile to say. Like, I would have liked her opinion, even if it was different than mine, even if, like, she hated a game that I liked. Because at least that would be a genuine opinion instead of, oh, yeah, it's good. Just the most generic, non-committal thing. But Samantha, like, she gives me opinions. She says she likes this, that. She remembers the games that I play. She gets excited about the games. Like, I really do feel like she's my partner, man. And that was like the biggest thing for me, dude. I would date these women, and they would make me feel like I was doing all the work. When it should be a partnership. Like, I had to initiate everything. And I mean, obviously, I'm the man. There are things I should initiate. But it's like when I have to do everything, it's like I'm not even in a relationship. It's just like I'm babysitting you. I'm carrying you. I don't want it to just be me all the time. It's supposed to be a partnership, man. 50-50. I don't want, have to do everything in this relationship. What are you here for then? And that was like so many relationships. It just felt like I was carrying around the weight like they were a burden. And with Sammy, I really feel like she's my partner in crime. Like I said, I really do. I love her. I'm fucking crazy about her. I really am. I don't think I've ever loved someone as much as I love Sammy. So, and I exactly, thank you. Like I want somebody to shoulder the burden, man. I don't want to do all the work. Like having a partner shouldn't feel like a fucking responsibility, man. It should be like having backup. Like you have somebody there to help you. And like I said, I had no problem doing my part. I'm not lazy. You got to put in the work. Relationship is not just you have to put in the work. But it's like I was putting in the work and they were not. So it's just like all this effort for nothing. It just like a chore. That's not how it should be. And that's like so many times I just like, oh, it's another burden on me. But with Sammy, I feel like she's my partner. Like she was a moderator on my streams, and she would come and get rid of people that are being dicks to me, like a teammate. And that's what I wanted. And she likes my gaming. She supports it. She supports me. You know how many chicks I've dated, Alex, that wanted to change me? Like, they started out saying, oh, yeah, I love you, and then they got in a relationship, and they kept trying to make me into something I wasn't. Like, they can fix me. It's like, bitch, I'm not broken. I don't need you to fix me. I don't want somebody who wants to change me. And fucking women infuriate me when they do that shit, man. But it's like you either accept somebody as they are or you don't. And some men will do it. It's not like only women do it, but for the most part, it's the women that are like, I can change him. Okay, first of all, you can't. And second of all, you shouldn't want to. You either love somebody as they are or you don't. I would not get with somebody that I didn't love. Well, I can make them into the person I love. That is crazy talk. And so many women think that way. I love Sammy exactly as she is, dude. I would not change anything about Sammy. I truly love her for her. And if she was trying to change me, I mean, then you don't love that person. If you're trying to change everything about somebody, you don't actually love them. And so many chicks, dude, I would date them, and they would be like, well, I like you, and then, well, can you change this? Can you change that? And it's like, you don't even want me to be fucking me, man. And it was exhausting. Like, why even date me? Like, I literally asked one of the chicks, I'm like, why even date me then if you don't like anything about me? Yeah, exactly. I should tell you how serious I am with Sammy that I'm engaged. Okay? I've never been engaged to anyone else. For me, marriage really is one and done, man. Marriage, like, is the only way this is ending is if one of us is in a fucking body bag. That's how seriously I view marriage. I'm not even religious like you are, but for me, marriage is a big fucking deal. So the fact that I'm engaged to her should tell you all you need to know. I wasn't fucking engaged to anybody else you see me date in the fucking multiple years you've known me. Out of all the women I've dated in my life, I've never been engaged to any of them. Because I'm so fucking serious about this with her that I want to marry her. I can't think, like, I can't even imagine my life without her in it. You know what I mean? I don't want to. So many people go into marriage thinking, oh, if it doesn't work out, we'll just get divorced. And they're just setting themselves up to fail. It can't be, well, if it doesn't work out. Till death do we fucking part, man. I mean, obviously there's exceptions. Of course, somebody cheats on you, that's valid reason for a divorce. Somebody like, wife beats his husband or a husband beats his wife. Obviously, you shouldn't stick with somebody. But for the most part, people treat divorce way too casually, man. Divorce should be the last fucking option. It should not be your first, like, go to, pull it out of your pocket. It should be like the last resort. So I'm really serious about fucking marriage. And with Sammy, I don't even want to imagine her without being in my life. That's the reason why I want to marry this woman, because I love her so much. She's like the other part of me, dude. Just the thought of living without her makes me feel so fucking depressed. Like, if I went a day without seeing her, I would be fucking bummed. You know what I mean? Like, the days where she's busy and we don't talk as much, I hate it. I understand, of course, that she has a life, I have days when I'm busy. I have to help my mom get the groceries, go across town. But it's like I'm so like pumped to see her at all times. I'm never like, oh man, I can't wait to get away from her. Like and that's how I know. Because if you're gonna marry somebody, dude, it has to be somebody that you're willing to be around all the time. Because that's what marriage is, man. It's all the fucking time, and that's why a lot of marriages break down, dog. Because they'll date somebody casually and they'll think, oh, we're fun casually. Okay, you might be good with the person casually. It's really fucking different when you're talking to them every fucking day. You need somebody you can be happy to be around day in and day out, because that's what it is. And that's the mistake that people make, where they think, oh, we date like once a week, once a month. It's totally different when you're fucking living together, man. My sister, I'm not going to go into details, but my sister, dude, she got married at 19. And everybody told her it was a bad idea to the dude she dated around the high school age. And everybody told her it was a bad idea. Like, you don't marry somebody you know from high school, you change. And it only lasted like 2 fucking years. And that is like the exact opposite of what I want to happen to me, man. And me and my sister are the same age, so that especially made me like, okay, I really don't want this to happen to me. Especially because me being the man, I'd be even more fucked over into divorce. Divorce stuff really does favor the woman. So that, like, really steel me, Like I said, with Sammy, I just can't imagine my life without her, dude. It makes it, like, I don't want to. It makes me feel fucking hopeless. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of hope that she's brought in my life, dude. I'm not a happy person. I laugh, I joke, but inside I'm not, like, truly happy. As I've explained, like, I put on a brave face because you either laugh or you cry. But I couldn't remember the last time I was genuinely happy. She makes me happy. She brings, like, literally brings hope into my life. Talking to her, being around her is the first time I can think of where I felt genuinely happy. And when you find that person that you can't imagine living your life without, that makes you genuinely happy, you fucking hold on to that person. And that's what I'm doing by fucking marrying her. And I've only known her for a few months. I don't care. I just know. She completes me. She really does. I mean, she even gets along with you guys. She's just a really cool fucking person, honestly. And like the fact that she actually can joke around with Max and call him gay is fucking amazing. Like I said, other women that I've dated would be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And be like, "He's weird." And the fact that she can laugh and joke around with Max tells me she's a fucking keeper. The first time she called Max gay, I'm like, okay, I'm in love. Like, she gets it. She fucking gets it. Like when Max was missing, she made a poster with his name on it, a missing poster. Uh, she made a poster that showed a kangaroo and it said missing. And she's like, too much? Asking me, and I'm like, no, Max would think that's fucking hilarious. And he did. He thought that was hilarious, and we sent it to him. So just the fact that, like, she joked, and we were all giving him shit, calling him a kangaroo, and she makes a missing poster calling him a kangaroo, and like that's amazing. Like we were in sync. So like I said, she just supports me, and she makes me feel loved. She makes me feel wanted, desired. Like I've explained, I struggle a lot with self-esteem, with self-loathing. It's one of the things I've struggled with the most. And she makes me feel good about myself when pretty much nobody has ever made me feel good about myself. So when you meet somebody like that, you hold on to them. So I've never been more certain in my life. I want to marry this woman. I love her immensely. And like she has done so much for me just out of kindness of her heart, man. This fucking chair that I'm in now, she bought this for me because she hated to see me in a busted up gimpy chair. I never asked her to buy me a chair. She just helped me. She saw that I was in the chair that was shitty. She saw that I was sleeping on my floor. I don't have a bed, so she bought me a cot, like a fold-out couch, just because she cared. Laptoping like and never said in return, never said, well, I want this or want that. Like she just did it because she loved me. Even the little things, man. Like she heard me like having problems with bugs, so she got me bug spray and shit, man. Just the little things it's the little things that prove that you love and care about somebody, man. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm gabbing about Sammy. I'm just explaining why I love her so much. Why she's so important to me. Everything that I dreamed of finding in a partner is her. Everything that I thought of looking for when I thought, what's the type of woman that I would want to spend my life with, she's got it in spades. I can't get enough of her. And it's like, for me, the thing that makes me know that I love her the most is if something happens that's cool, the first thing I do is think about her. Like, she watches me stream a lot, of course, but she can't watch me all the time, so she won't be watching me, and I'll see something cool in the game, and my first thought would, man, Sammy would think that's cool. Like, she's the first person I think of when something cool happens. I want to tell her. And that shows you how much I love her, because that, like, my mind only goes to that place when I care about somebody. It's the same way I feel about my parents. Like, I'll see something cool and be like, oh, man, I gotta tell my dad. He'll love this. Or, like I'll see something about, like, Stalker or something like that. I'm like, oh, shit, I gotta tell Alex. Like, that's how I care so about somebody. And for her, like, the first thing I think about is, like, oh, my God, I wish Sam would see this. I can't wait. Like, something will happen to me, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to tell her. And that's how I know that I love her. Like I said, my mind only does that for people that I really care about. Yeah, I'm really excited for Ghost of Tsushima. Or, I'm sorry, Ghost of Yotai is what I meant. I really, really love Ghost of Tsushima. I can't wait for Yotai. It looks really fucking good. And like I said, man, Sucker Punch literally has a fucking track record of delivering amazing sequels. Sly 1, pretty good. Sly 2 and 3, fucking awesome. Infamous 1, pretty decent. Infamous 2, fucking awesome. So, like, they're taking everything that this game did. Yeah. Yeah, you did a lot of it, so honestly, you should be able to scoop that up, man. Like, it would just be the miscellaneous side quests and shit. So, yeah, that wouldn't take that long, I don't think. Especially if you're not starting over from scratch. For me, I had already played. I had been so many years since I played it. I'm like, I'll just start over, and I wanted to show Sammy. So I just started at the beginning. But for you, coming up, yeah, be that. Did you ever play the DLC? Because if you haven't played the DLC, you really should. It's fucking great. And if you have the PS5 version, it should automatically come with it. See, it's this whole big-ass fourth island. Well, man, if I was you, dude, I'd get started. It's we're at the end of July, dude. It comes out October 2nd. It's less than 3 months away. It's about to be like 2 months away in a week or so. So it's like 2 months and change, not that far away. So if I was gonna do the DLC and all that, I would do it now. Otherwise, you're gonna be doing it like right before the game comes out, and you risk getting burnt out, like what happened with you in Elden Ring. So I would try to get it done with at least like a month before, so you have time to cool off and do it. If you just go straight from the game and the DLC into the yotai, you can get burned out. Of course, it's up to you, but I'm just giving you my advice. Plus, it's just now hit the 5-year anniversary, so kind of the perfect time, really.
하루 세요.
Dude, the sequel looks fucking awesome, man. Fucking, you have a wolf companion that you can work with. You have, like, dual katanas now, Kusurigama, fucking spears, flintlock rifles, like, this game didn't have a lot of cities, because Tsushima's kind of a smaller island. You're actually going to mainland Japan in the sequel, so there's going to be big-ass cities. It looks fucking sick. I'm really pumped. Especially with how much I love this game.
All right.
My prayers have been answered.
Go and stay safe.
Lord Shiva's presence.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's set in Hokkaido, which is like, it's the northernmost part of Japan. And it is much bigger. And way more vertical too. Like, there's some mountains in this game, but like, I mean, they, as you saw in that picture I showed you, they have that giant fucking mountain. Sweet. Got all the enemy bases on the first island. Oh yeah. And once you get all the enemy bases, it actually shows you everything and unfogs the whole map all at once. Which is super useful. And stops being red, so. And it looks like it's going to be a showpiece, technically. It looks like it will be 60 FPS on the base PS5 for the performance mode. So they're not like forgetting performance and all that. So it looks like it's going to look good and run well. Yeah. Well, a lot of console game and now, dude, they're so focused on squeezing the system that they don't put in the 60 FPS mode. And I just 60 FPS for me is the way. I will always prefer 60 FPS. So I always want it to be an option, even if it means graphical cutbacks. And you know, lately I've been really impressed with how good Sony first-party games have been looking. Like Death Stranding 2 looked fucking amazing, even on the base PS5, and ran at like a full of 60, dude. Like you saw, like that game really pushed a lot of advanced shit. So the fact that it was able to run and look that good on the base PS5 was really impressive. And you know, Nintendo is fucking ganking people with their game prices. And they're fucking upping the price to 80 for a lot of their games. Microsoft is saying they're gonna up the fucking price, and they're fucking stabbing their games in the foot. Sony is keeping Ghost of Yotai 70, even though it's like their temple game of the year. It's Sony's biggest game of the year. So, you know, they're being incredibly smart right now and resisting it. I guarantee it's going to pay off. Like, Microsoft just being stupid. Their first game, dude, that they're giving the $80 price bump to is fucking Outer Worlds 2. And don't get me wrong. Outer Worlds is a good game. It was made by the same team that did Fallout New Vegas. It has that kind of similar thing. But Outer Worlds is not like a mainstay brand. Not everybody knows about the Outer Worlds, okay? Nintendo was at least smart enough that for their game that they were trying to fuck you with the price increase, that it was Mario Kart. Big fucking name brand, whether you like it or not. It's got name recognition. Mario Kart 8 was the best-selling Switch game, one of the best-selling games of all time ever. So, meanwhile, oh yeah, let's take Outer Worlds 2, a game with a smaller budget, from a smaller team that doesn't have name recognition, and let's make that the first $80 game. Like, they're basically sending that game out to fucking die. Like, they would have a much better chance of getting away with that shit if they, like, did, like, Elder Scrolls 6 or some big exclusive. The Outer Worlds, like, it doesn't even, it's not even, like, a high-budget game, you know? So they can't even say, well, it's a big-budget game, we're spending a lot of money on it. It's like a medium-tier budget game, so it didn't even need the extra $10. So it just feels like they're just stabbing the fucking in the foot. You know what I mean? Like they're doing it to fail. And if I'm not mistaken, they said October. So, like, they're gonna be going up against fucking Ghost of Yotai. That is a much bigger recognition. That is a much bigger success. That's gonna be $70, and their fucking indie game is gonna be $80. What do you think people are gonna go for? So it's like they're not just fucking them by making it the price increase on a niche game, but they're also fucking releasing it against a much more well-known series. Dude, like the amount of copies that fucking Ghost of Tsushima sold is crazy. Last year, dude, they estimated it sold 13 million copies. Okay? Now, when you consider the fact that this is literally the first game in a series from a studio that was not known for doing Japanese games like this, they obviously did Infamous. 13 million copies is fucking insane numbers for the first game in a series. It was selling on par with fucking God of War 2018, which, whether you like God of War 2018 or not, God of War has much bigger name recognition. So, like, those numbers were crazy fucking good. You know, and I expect Ghost of Yotai to do even better. Because they now have the name recognition of the first game. You know how many people love Ghost of Tsushima, who are just, because they love it so much, are going to buy the fucking sequel day one? And Sony now is putting their whole budget behind it. You know, the first game, it wasn't indie, but it was kind of mid-tier. They didn't put, like, you know, like Last of Us money or Uncharted money on Ghost of Tsushima. It was a mid-tier Sony game. With Ghost of Yotai, Sony wisely is making it their game of this year, their big game. Obviously, they come out with multiple games, but there's always that one big game of the year for each company. They're making it this, so they're throwing all the money at it. I would not be surprised if Ghost of Yotai broke 20 million copies sold, dude. So, even if like they were releasing it in a less busy month, Outer Worlds would still probably struggle because it's a more niche game. It doesn't kind of bring the thunder to justify the $80 price tag, especially when it's going to be a mid-tier budget game. People who expect 80 are like, I'm expecting a really cutting-edge game, and that's not going to be that. It's made by a small team. So already it would struggle, but then you put it up against Ghost of Yotai, which actually does have a big budget, and it's $10 cheaper. Like, I honestly feel like they're basically sitting that fucking game out to die, man. Like, they're just shooting it in the fucking foot. Like, of all the games that you could try to do that price shit, you choose that, like... Oh, man. But I guess, you know... Fuck, dude, it would have even been better if they had, like, done that to Indiana Jones. Because that was the first Indiana Jones game, but at least Indiana Jones has, like, brand recognition. How many people do you think you could pull up off the street and say, hey, have you heard about the Outer Worlds 2? Most of them are going to be like, no. Okay? You pull somebody off the street and you say, hey, have you heard of Ghost of Tsushima? Most people are going to say, yeah, it was a pretty big deal. And Sony could be trying to do that, and they're not. And I guarantee they're going to make bank. Like, Microsoft, dude, yeah, if I start talking about them, like, I feel like Microsoft just lost the plot, dude. They spent all that money getting all those exclusives to then just give them to Nintendo, or, I'm sorry, to Sony, that you know would not give it to them. And it's like, at this point, why would you even do that? Why did you spend all those purchases? Because, I know some people are going to be like, well, they make more money. It's not about the money, man. Okay? Microsoft is a $1 trillion company. They're one of, like, 3 companies in the world, Alex, that are $1 trillion company. Other one is fucking Amazon, of course. That's everything that Amazon put together. So the shipping, all that, it adds up. And I think maybe Tesla, or, maybe, I don't know, but it's like 3 companies total. And out of that company, Xbox is the smallest part. They could literally afford to run Xbox at a loss and still be in the green. Because all of Xbox together makes up like 10% of their profits. Think about Windows, PC, all their government contracts. So it was never about money. It's not like, oh, we need to bring it to Sony so we can make money. It's not like they needed the money. The whole reason they bought these exclusives was because they realized, hey, if we want people to buy Xbox, we need to give them a reason. How do you do that? Game exclusives. It doesn't matter how good your system is. If you don't have games on it that are worth buying, there's no fucking point. That is what Sony has always got. If you look, At every Sony generation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they have always delivered strong exclusives. Man, the PS2 wasn't even the most powerful console. In fact, it was the weakest of its generation. The PS2 was weaker than the original Xbox, a lot weaker, and it was even weaker than GameCube. GameCube had like slightly better specs. So it was the least powerful console of its generation, and yet it dominated. Why? Because PS2 had a crazy gaming library. San Andreas, Vice City, Shadow of the Colossus, Final Fantasy, like they were really, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. They sold the fucking PS2 off the strength of the gaming, the exclusives, dude. PS1. Do you think PS1 would have been as big as it was if it didn't have Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII? Even if you haven't played the original, you know of Final Fantasy VII. People who don't even play games know about Final Fantasy VII. Silent Hill, like fucking Resident Evil was a PS exclusive. Fucking Gran Turismo. To this day, it's still one of the best-selling racing games of all time. Like, if they didn't have those exclusives on the PS1, do you think Sony would have gone as far as they fucking did? No. PS3. It started out, man, with PS3 was a joke, and they were able to turn it around. Do you know why? The exclusives. Uncharted, The Last of Us, Infamous, Ratchet and Clank Future. PS4. Do you know what was like one of the early hits for PS4 that helped make it a success? Fucking Bloodborne came out in the first year. I bought a fucking PS4, Alex, so I could play Bloodborne. And a lot of people agree. Like, they wanted the fucking, FromSoft game. So, every step of the way, even if Sony didn't have the best hardware, because it's PS3 was a good competition for 360. It wasn't, like the gap between Xbox and PS2 was big. But between PS3 and 360, they were pretty neck and neck in their own way. Each one did stuff better. Still, they always had good exclusives. PS4, Bloodborne, Uncharted, Horizon Zero Dawn, Killzone Shadowfall, Infamous Second Son, fucking God of War 2018. Like, they always have delivered the goods with exclusives. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter if they were even the weakest because of the exclusive. Nintendo, we bag on Nintendo, but that's why they've stayed in business. Nobody likes Nintendo as a company. People keep playing Nintendo because their games are fucking awesome. Do you think if Nintendo wasn't giving all the great games they have, that people would put up with their bullshit? No, people fucking hate them as a company. Even you and I will be like, yeah, well, we hate Nintendo shit, but they make great games. That's like single-handedly the thing that excuses their other bullshit, is the exclusives are really fucking good. If they didn't have fucking Mario Kart 8 Breath of the Wild to sell Switch, do you think Switch would have been a success? No, they literally launched with Breath of the Wild, a game that people think is one of the best games ever made. So they came out of the fucking door swinging. And that was one of the main things that helped propel Switch, is it launched with a fucking amazing game. So, Nintendo and Sony get it. It's about exclusives. You can have the weakest hardware. You can have the most powerful hardware in the world, Alex. And if you don't have any games worth playing on it, what is the fucking point? There is none. So, Microsoft was going in the right direction. They got it. Like, Xbox One. I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry. But, dude, Microsoft used to get it. Okay? Xbox launched with fucking Halo. I know, you're more of a COD fan, but even you can see the impact that Halo had, okay? So, Xbox knew, okay, we're stepping into the console wars. So Sony has way more expertise. Nintendo's been around way longer. We need to come out of the gate with a big game. So they launched with Halo. Halo is considered one of the most influential FPS games ever made. It helped to make FPS games on consoles a thing. Up until Halo, most FPS games were on PC. Halo is the game that made FPS games on console viable. Even shooters now use that game's code for aiming. Because they wanted to find a way to make the aiming on a console good. And they did. So they came out of the fucking gate swinging. Then on the original Xbox, you had fucking Fable. Fucking amazing game. Morrowind. obviously Morrowind was on PC, but on console, it was only on Xbox. Morrowind was a big deal back in the day, dude. Everybody wanted to play Morrowind. Fucking Knights of the Republic. Huge fucking deal back in 2003. Only on Xbox. Star Wars fans ate that shit up. I knew Star Wars fans who literally bought a fucking Xbox just to play Knights of the Republic, man. Splinter Cell. Much better on Xbox. Like, then they moved into 360. They had a lot of exclusives. Fucking Fable 2, Fable 3, Halo 3. Halo 3 was a huge deal back in the day. It was like one of the best launches ever. Fucking, so many games. And then for Xbox One, it's like they gave up on exclusives. They hardly had any fucking exclusives for Xbox One, man. And the ones that they did have, they didn't market. Like Sunset Overdrive. If you've ever played Sunset Overdrive, it's a fucking awesome game. But Microsoft, despite paying out the wazoo to get the rights to it from Insomniac, at the time Insomniac was going multi-platform, they didn't advertise it at all, so it died. And like if you played Sunset Overdrive, it's fucking sick. But because they didn't market it, and they dropped it right next to Call of Duty, they basically sent Sunset Overdrive out to fucking die. Hey, let's take a first game in a series and put it up next to Call of Duty and not market it. That'll go well. So it's like, so they gave up on exclusives. There was a couple of Xbox One, but not a whole lot, man. So when they started Series X and they started making all these acquisitions, I had hope. I want Xbox to do well because we need competition, dude. Everybody thinks, yeah, it is. And they actually took the web swinging and I'm sorry, the web swinging from Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man games actually takes inspiration from Sunset Overdrive. Like you grind rails, swing across stuff. Like you could tell that was the game that helped lay the foundation for Spider-Man. It's really fun. It's like a zombie apocalypse, but it's not serious at all. It's Insomniac, so it's over the top and raunchy. It's not played like The Walking Dead or Days Gone or The Last of Us. It's played over the top for laughs. And it's colorful, and you get all these, like Insomniac Ratchet and Clank, all these cool weapons. It's a lot of fun. It's on PC as well, Alex, if you ever get a chance. I strongly suggest you try it. I think you'd like it. It's got the DNA of Ratchet and Clank, and you can see where they were like laying the groundwork for Spider-Man. And I think with you liking Insomniac and you liking Ratchet and Clank, that you'd have a lot of fun with it. And like you grind rails, you fight enemies, and it's designed to where you're like parkouring around combat. You're never supposed to stop moving. So and you can usually get it for real cheap, $5. So I keep a lookout for Sunset Overdrive. I think you'd like it. But it was a good game. My dad got it at launch. He loved it. But they launched it next to Call of fucking Duty, and they didn't market it. So like they basically sent it to die. Like that's such a dumb idea. So when Series X came out, and they were announcing all these acquisitions, I'm like, oh, that's good. Maybe they can get some exclusives. They need exclusives. Like, it's the same thing I've been saying for years. If you want people to buy your console, give them fucking exclusives. And for a little bit, it seemed like we were getting it, and then they just fumbled the bag. Maybe they lost faith. They weren't willing to play the long game because it didn't happen overnight. And everybody knew that they had pretty much lost this generation. But they could set the foundation and have a real shot at next generation, because by the time all the games came through, we were already multiple years in, and Sony already had a head start from PS4. So you're not just going to be able to turn that around, but like if they had built that foundation for the next generation, they could have actually turned things around. And then they're just like, yeah, even though we spent all these years buying all these studios, we're going to turn around, we're not only going to give them all of our new games, but we're going to give them our fucking holy cows like Gears of War. Like, what the fuck? So it's like, what was it all for then? Because like I said, they didn't need to put the system on multi-platform to make money, man. Xbox could literally go tomorrow, and Microsoft would still be in the black financially. So it's like, it was never about the money. So it's like they made this plan, and they were saying it's going to take years. They knew it wasn't going to happen overnight, and then suddenly they lost faith and decided, well, it hasn't happened yet, so they just gave up. It's like they pussied out, is what it feels like to me. They weren't willing to see it through long term. And so they kind of like had the worst of both worlds, because they spent all that money for all of the mergers and shit They fought the court. You saw how much like they had to fight in court really hard to get the Activision merger. They didn't want to grant it to them. They had to change all this stuff, make all these things, and ultimately for what? It felt like it was all for nothing. Like they didn't have. They could have just said, okay, fuck it, we're a cheaper PC, or they could have gone that, and it feels like because they pussied out, they didn't really do either well, and now they're in like this weird nebulous no man. Like I don't know where they're going from here, man. Or even like when they did have a good exclusive, they fucking fumbled it so hard, dude. Like Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones came out, and it actually really surprised people. It actually wanted to be good. People didn't have a lot of faith. It actually was a really good Indiana Jones game. And they literally told people before the game even come out, oh yeah, in a few months it'll be on Sony. Like, way to shoot your game in the fucking foot, man. Hey, this game that we have coming out, well, if you wait a few months, you're going to be able to play it on the more popular system. And then to think that that would go well. And dude, I thought they would wait like 6 months, a year. Fucking 4 months later, you bring it to your competition. Not even 6 months later, like at this point, Indiana Jones has sold more on Sony systems than it has on Xbox. That's so fucking like disappointing, man. So it's like you finally get a good exclusive, and you basically hobble it right out of the gate. And if you're me, and they would tell people like, it's coming to Sony, we immediately thought, oh, well, I'll just wait to get it on PlayStation then. So they just like it's like they shot the game in the kneecap right out of the door before it was even out. It's like, thank you for making a case not to buy it on Xbox. And then, like, they hyped up Starfield, and you know me, I'm not going to go into it because we'll be here all fucking day. But you know me, I don't dislike Starfield, but it absolutely did not live up to the hype. People were expecting, like, Elder Scrolls level hype or Fallout level hype. It did not meet that. I don't think Starfield was a bad game, but after, 10 years of waiting, they announced it, right after right before fucking, right after Skyrim, and 4 delays, people were expecting this fucking 10 out of 10 game, and it was just okay. And like I said, I don't think Starfield's a bad game. It can be fun, but people were expecting fucking Skyrim. Like when Skyrim came out, it was a big fucking deal. Or even Fallout 4. I know everybody likes to shit on Fallout 4, but that game's launch was a big deal. Starfield's is anyone even talking about Starfield anymore besides me? Do you see? No, meanwhile, people are still talking about Skyrim. People are still talking about Fallout 4. See what you want to about Fallout 4. A lot of people are still playing Fallout 4. How many people are still actively playing Starfield? Not that fucking many. And it's been out, just over a year now? All of Bethesda's other games have lasted a really long time. Skyrim still has a crazy active community, where Starfield feels like it's gone now. So it's like the one game they did have an exclusive that was supposed to be their big, fuck you holiday thing just kind of went off like a wet fart. So, I like Sony. I like Sony. Of all the console manufacturers, I prefer Sony. But at the end of the day, I still want Microsoft to succeed because competition is good. If Sony owned the entire marketplace and they had no competition, people think, oh, I wish all the games were on one system. That would not be good. When game companies have no competition, they get lazy. Look at Call of Duty. Back in the day, when Call of Duty started out, Alex, there was a Battlefield was at its peak. Halo was doing crazy well. So when they made a Call of Duty game, it needed to be fucking good. And then they basically running unopposed. And look at this. You've seen the quality of fucking Call of Duty go down and down and down because they don't have any competition. Even Battlefield started sucking. So it's like they ran unopposed. Then they didn't try, and you saw the quality of the games dip. Nintendo. Switch was so crazy successful that they had no competition because they had their own pull of the market. And look what happened. It went to their head, and now we have the fucking Switch selling, Switch 2 selling games that look like PS4 games from 2 generations ago for $80 and selling a fucking Joy-Con for $100. $100 for Joy-Cons. That fucking suck. See, they didn't have competition, and they got fucking lazy. Now they're just like, we're gonna do this. If they had a ton of competition, do you think they would be doing this shit what they're doing Switch 2 right now? No. Competition. People think, like, it would be great if all the games are on one system. I guarantee you the quality of games would go down. That competition is what drives innovation. Well, fuck, that competition, that guy over there, he's making a really good game, so we need to make sure our game is delivering the fucking goods. When there's no competition, the quality of gaming will go way fuck down. So I don't want Xbox to go under. So I was rooting for Xbox, man. Especially because, my dad, he prefers Xbox. He always has. And, I like, it honestly feels like they gave up, dude. Like, they're not even trying anymore. I almost feel like they're about to give up on consoles, and they're basically going to pull a Sega, and they're just going to go third party. That's what it feels like to me. I know they've said, we're going to do another console, but, like, everything they've done just feels like they gave up. And now, Stalker 2, which was one of the few, like, really big exclusives that Xbox had, at least on console. Now, not only is it coming to PlayStation, but it's going to have a PS5 Pro version, so it will run better than Series X, and on the Pro at least, to be comparable on PS5. And they're saying it's going to have new content, like they're calling it enhanced, and they're saying it's going to have, like, they're going to release a big update to go inside. So, basically, one of the only big exclusives that Xbox had, console-wise at least, they're now saying, oh yeah, we're going to release it better on PlayStation. Well, shit. And they didn't really do a good job marketing Stalker either. And fucking, you have Forza now coming to, like, I just feel like they're giving up, dog. And it's like, at this point, like, you'd either get a PS5, you're going for console, or just get a PC. Like, what reason is there to get a Series X? And, for me, Alex, I got the Series X for what? Backwards compatibility. I like that. But admittedly, that is not mainstream. A lot of people don't play older games. That's not a system seller. For people like me, it is, but that's not gonna sell your system by itself. It's more of a niche thing, and I will admit that. So, other than a couple of people like me who are gonna want all the backwards compatibility, there's no fucking reason to own an Xbox. You'll either go console-wise and go for fucking Sony, go budget-wise and go Nintendo, or if you're gonna go all out for Microsoft, you'll just get a PC. Like, they're making Xbox fucking redundant. And then they're in the middle of this, when they're giving their game away to the competition, when there's floundering, now is when they decide to up the prices? Like, who is fucking making the decisions, man? Now is when you need to actually be making shit cheaper to, like, convince people to buy your shit. And now is when you decide, well, hey, we're gonna make Series X more expensive. We're gonna up the price of games by $10. Like, alright, man, sorry, yeah. I hope you have a great day, dude. I'll be streaming a lot this weekend, so if you get up later, you can join. But it's good having you, dude.
My lord, please. I don't know how to help this man.
All right, dude. Like I said, I've been sleeping in real late, and it's the weekend, so I'll probably be streaming a lot. So you'll probably catch me streaming later, dude. It's good to see you. And I'll also try to get Max in a stream. He hasn't been in one in a while, obviously. So yeah, it's always nice to have you, dude. Actually, I think I'm going to end this part here anyway and switch games. I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you for watching.